Hi friends, first of all, thanks for being in my YouTube channel. Today, as in part of this video, I wanted to explain the two more principles that involved in this grammar point, direct and indirect speech. Before we shall move forward, I wanted to suggest you to watch the two videos that I made on the basics and the first two principles of the same grammar point, direct and indirect speech. Okay, dear friends, we shall move forward with the third principle involved in the same grammar point. The third principle says, when the reported speech is a universal truth, habitual action, or a proverb. What does it say? It says, when the reported speech is a universal truth, habitual action, or a proverb. What is a reported speech? Reported speech is a speech which is kept within the quotations. If the direct speech, reported speech is a universal truth, habitual action, or a proverb, we should never change its tense when we convert the direct speech into indirect speech, though the reporting verb is in the past tense. Dear friends, we shall try to understand the third principle with the help of the listed examples on the board. Have a look at the first question. The teacher said, the earth revolves around the sun. We can divide any direct speech into two parts, a reporting verb and reported speech. The part which is beyond the quotations is usually called the reporting verb, and the part which lies between the quotations can be called as the reported speech. Here, the reported speech is a universal truth. In the direct speech, this is the direct speech. In the direct speech, this reported speech is a universal truth. So, we cannot change its tense when we convert this direct speech into indirect speech. Let us see the answer for this question, dear friends. The answer starts with the reporting verb, the teacher. The teacher. So, I can write said as it is. Why we do no change in the reporting verb said? Because here the reported speech is a statement that reveals, that says, that exhibits a universal truth, isn't it? So it is a statement. As it is a statement, I can write the reporting verb as it is. Said becomes again said here. If it's not a statement, then the reporting will be changed. Okay, but here it is a statement, so no change in the reporting verb. It becomes, it can be written as it is. The teacher said. So instead of quotations and comma, I can write the conjunction that. Why? Because the reported speech is a statement. Statement kabatti manam conjunction that vastundi, right? So the teacher said that the earth, I can write the reported speech as it is. The earth revolves around the sun. Dear friends, if you examine the answer, if you examine the indirect speech, you could examine that I did not change the tense in the reported speech. The reported speech in the direct speech is in simple present tense, and it is in the same tense when it is converted, when it is changed into the indirect speech. See here, the earth revolves around the sun, the earth revolves around the sun. No change in the tense at all. Let us try to understand the third principle with the help of the second question, my dear friends. The mother said, honesty is the best policy. Here, the reported speech, this is the reported speech. Here, the reported speech is a proverb. As it is a proverb, we should not change its tense when we convert this direct speech into indirect speech. Then the answer will be the mother. Yes, the mother. The mother, we can write said as it is. Why? Because it is a statement. The reported speech is a statement, right? So said becomes said again. So instead of quotations and comma, we can write that, the conjunction that, because it is a statement. That honesty is the best policy. Dear friends, you could observe that I did no change in the tense when I have converted the direct speech into indirect speech. We shall take the third question here. Ram said wood floats on water. Ram said wood floats on water. If you keenly examine the reported speech in this question, it is also a universal truth. So it never requires the tense change when it is converted into indirect speech. Then the answer will be Ram said. So we need not to change this reporting verb said because it is a statement. We can write said as it is. Ram said that. Ram said that. Instead of quotations and comma, we have written the conjunction that. Next, the reported speech starts with wood floats. Wood floats on water. So I have done no change in the reported speech when I have converted it from direct to indirect speech. We shall look at the fourth question, my dears. Come on. The boy said to them, I wake up 5 o'clock every day. So here the reported speech, I wake up 5 o'clock every day, it is a habitual action. So as it is a habitual action, as the reported speech is a habitual action, we should never change its tense when we convert that into indirect speech. Let us see the answer for this question. The boy here said to can be converted into told, my dears. Because I have already told you, if the reporting verb is say, says, said, we do no change. If the reporting verb is said to, it can be changed into told. If the reporting verb is says to, in indirect speech, it can be changed into tells. If the reporting verb is say to, in indirect speech, it can be changed into tell. Isn't it? Here, said to becomes told. Said to can be changed to told. So we can take up all these changes regarding the reporting verb when the reported speech is a statement. When the reported speech is a statement, then only we can take up all these changes. What are the changes in the reporting verb? If the reporting verb is say, says, said, we take up no change. We have seen the principle very clearly in the first three examples. If the reporting verb is said to, it can be changed into told. If it is say to, it can be changed into tell. If it is says to, it can be changed into tells. So we can take up all these changes when the reported speech is a statement. If it is not a statement, we cannot do them. Isn't it? Please remember these points, my dear. Come on. So here, the boy said to them. Here, said to has been changed to told because here the reported speech is a statement. So told them. And a few people, they try to place the preposition to after the main verb told. It is a wrong method. Told to them. It is a wrong usage. Because we have converted the two elements here, said plus to, into told. Again, we need not to write the preposition to there. Okay, the boy told them. So instead of quotations and comma, we can go for using the conjunction that. The boy told them that. I, who is I here? Here the pronoun I refers the boy. Can I write boy here again? No. Instead, we can change that boy into its pronoun. Then it becomes he. He. So wake up. Here, first person, it takes V1 from the verb. But here I have written the third person. I have converted the pronoun I into he. Then it requires V5 from the verb. Then if wake is a V1, its V5 will be wakes up. Of course, both the sentences are in simple present tense. But as I have to maintain the subject and verb relations, I have changed a V1 from the verb into V5. In simple present tense, we can use either V1 or V5 from the verb. Okay, V1, V5, both are possible in simple present tense. Okay, so here I have taken V5 from the verb as it requires, as it is demanded by the subject he. He wakes up 5 o'clock every day. So dear friends, this is all about the third principle. Please remember, it is very, very essential to remember, when the reported speech is a universal truth, habitual action or a proverb, we should never change its tense when we convert the direct speech into indirect speech, though the reporting verb is in the past tense. So here, though the reporting verb is in the past tense, we did not change the tense in the reported speech. We have converted it as it is. We have converted them in the same tense even in the indirect speech. Okay, dear friends, this is all about